Here's more of the Alice Stewart Show on 96.5 The Voice.
Say what you want to say and let the words fall out.
Welcome back to the Alice Stewart Show. Say what you want to say. All right. And he did. Joined this segment with Laurie Lee, Republican consultant and strategist and senior account executive at Impact Management Group. Well, Laurie, Morning Joe, the morning show on MSNBC, had a segment this morning about the U.S. Senate race. Big race across the country. Senator Mark Pryor running for re-election against Congressman Tom Cotton. Needless to say, this is one of the most hotly contested races in the country.
Oh, absolutely. Totally agree.
Yeah. And it's received a lot of national attention, getting a lot of national play. We've had several journalists here. And recently, Casey Hunt from NBC was in Arkansas covering both of the campaigns. She covered some Senator Pryor events as well as Congressman Cotton, did interviews with both of them. The news story ran this morning on Morning Joe, and Jessica just pulled a clip from this and kind of shocked at this. Senator Pryor was being questioned by Casey about Congressman Cotton and about his experience in the House, and I'm just shocked at the comment he said about Congressman Cotton's military experience. I want to play this comment, the full quote in interview and Q&A with Senator Pryor and Casey Hunt, and we'll discuss this on the other side.
And when I look at Congressman Cotton's record, I don't see where he's passed a bill. I don't see where he's really accomplished anything in the House. And he seems to have run for the House just in order to run for the Senate.
So how do you view his 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan and Iraq in the context of that?
Hey, I have total respect for that. I appreciate that. I will never criticize anyone for serving our country, and I say thank you for that.
But you don't see it as a qualification to become a senator?
No, there's a lot of people in the Senate that didn't serve in the military. In the Senate, we have all kinds of different people, all kinds of different folks that have come from all kinds of different backgrounds, and I think that's part of this sense of entitlement that he gives off, is that almost it's like, I serve my country, therefore let me to the Senate. That's not how it works in Arkansas.
Cotton disagrees, saying his
Sense of entitlement. Senator Pryor said that Congressman Cotton displays a sense of entitlement given his military service. I'm shocked.
That's insane. I cannot. As a former military member, I am appalled. I cannot believe a sitting U.S. senator would say that serving your country is a sense of entitlement. Bad choice of words. That will be a soundbite, I am sure, that will be played over and over again in this campaign. Man, ouch! Bad move, Senator Pryor. That was rough.
And I think more than anything in this day and age, and specifically the last year or 5 years to be exact, what is lacking in D.C. are members of Congress who have served in our military and understand the value of that and the priorities of it, because we're seeing yet again this budget yesterday slash in the military. We'll continue to cut back in the military, and military service is a badge of honor, and it is not in any way, shape, or form a sense of entitlement. And I can say, having met Congressman Cotton dozens and dozens of times, I've never, ever, ever experienced any sense of entitlement. And if anything, it is a badge of honor that should be worn loud and proud.
And you know, let's be clear. Just because you served in the military doesn't qualify you for anything outside of the respect and honor of American citizens. But let me be clear here and say that because of someone's military service, they do have qualifications that civilians don't have. And, you know, that's one of the things that Congressman Cotton brings to the table is a sense of duty, patriotism, the knowledge of what it's like to be on a battlefield and actually fight for this country, and the conditioning that the military brings of, you know what, we've got a country protect. He did it in a very physical way in the military, and now he's doing it in a very fiscal way in Congress.
And on top of that, you know, here he is a law school graduated from a prestigious law school, and was enlisted in the military and had the opportunity to take a higher ranking position in the military. But he said, no, I want to get out. I want to get out there and serve. I want to be deployed. I want to be on the front lines. I want to serve my country just as every other person in this military, and did so putting his life in danger. But he wanted to do that in service to his country, and that is something that should be praised and not denigrated.
I got to tell you, if the veterans in the state of Arkansas don't take a hard look at Senator Pryor with his attitude toward military service with this statement, shame on you. Shame on you for not coming to the table and saying, you know what, we're not going to vote for somebody who thinks we're entitled because we served this country. Deserving of some respect and maybe a hand up. But I don't think anybody in the military would say that they're deserving of a handout or of an entitlement program. That's wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, right, and it's certainly something that my view needs to be seriously considered and talked about and looked at, because military service is something that we should respect and value. And more than anything, what we're seeing more and more, as we've said, those who have served in Washington, D.C., have not served our country, don't understand the value of that. And we need to continue to support it. Look at what's going on right now in the Ukraine, because our President Chuck Hagel just announcing 2 weeks ago, we're going to cut back what we are appropriating to our military. President Obama continuously taking from the military to fund entitlement programs.
Everything. I mean, I read yesterday in his budget, he's got an entitlement program in his new budget for every 4-year-old in the country to go to preschool while we're cutting military service. This is indicative of the Democrat platform that we can say, that they want to separate themselves nationally from Democrats here in Arkansas. Well, hey, step up and tell Senator Pryor and his Democrat colleagues in Washington that we don't operate that way in Arkansas, and make it a statement. Because you know what? To cut our military and then to say we're going to give 4-year-olds daycare on the backs of the American taxpayers while we're allowing our military people to get on food stamps and not be able to take care of their families is an atrocity.
Right. And I'd love to get your thoughts on this, your comments on members of our elected officials, members of Congress that have served in the military. It's certainly something that should be admired. And for someone to say that they feel a sense of entitlement, go to Facebook and Twitter and give me your thoughts and feedback on the Alice Stewart Show.
You know what? I would like Senator Pryor to stand toe-to-toe with Congressman Cotton, Congressman Womack, Congressman Crawford, and Congressman Griffin, and tell them they're entitled. Yeah. Go ahead and stand face-to-face with those 4 men and tell them that they have a sense of entitlement because they served in the military.
Absolutely. We had a call, Daryl from Cabot, weighing in on this and making the point that Pryor says that Congressman Cotton hasn't passed a bill. Well, that's because the Senate won't pass anything. They won't pass anything that makes its way out of the Republican-controlled House.
And what, I get tired of this kind of mentality that, these people have to go to Little Rock and to Washington to pass bills. Why don't we send them there to be good overseers of government and of our money? Why is it that you judge a politician on the amount of crap that they can pass when they're sitting in a seat? Kudos to Congressman Cotton that he's not down there putting his name on everything that comes across somebody's desk. I'm for that.
All right. Well, we're going to cool off, take a big deep breath. This just was just broadcast there this morning on Morning Joe. And
wow.
Kind of shocked about it.
I feel like I could go run a marathon now.
We're going to take a break. We'll come back with Lizzie Price. She is a Democratic Party of Arkansas comms director, to weigh in on the field of candidates for 2014. We'll be back after this.
The Alice Stewart Show on 96.5 The Voice.